Shocked worshippers at Kitovu Cathedral, Masaka district, when he died by the grave of Monsignor Aloysius Ngobya, where he had gone to pray and seek healing for his sickness. Meanwhile, a court in Egypt has sentenced former President Hosni Mubarak to 3 years in prison after finding him guilty of embezzling public funds. This and other stories in our news wrap.
This man, only identified as surgical, died in the morning as he sought divine intervention at Ngobya's grave. According to the laity of Masaka diocese, Henry Kasule, he was informed by people about Surgical's condition. Ngobya's grave at Kitovu Cathedral was declared a holy place, and multitudes of people in pain and suffering come here from different parts of the world.
We have discovered that many people, in most cases, after failing to get treatment in other areas, they tend to move to Father Ngobya's place.
We ask that if people are really sick, first they go to the hospital instead of coming to Monsignor Ngobya for miracles.
Ngobya, who was popular for his dedication to the Virgin Mary, died in 1986. In the Eastern District of Busia, police officers from the counter-terrorism unit have unearthed a hoard of what they suspect to be charms. These were hidden in one of the chairs in the council. The fetishes that had been concealed under one of the chairs on which the Minister for Local Government, Adolf Mwesige, would have sat during a special district council were discovered as police checked the hole. The hoard of charms that contained 2 long needles, a tortoise shell and black thread tied around some small roots were taken away by plainclothes security men. The councillors then started arguing about who was responsible.
It's only
people like Geoffrey Wandera, the speaker, who may do that because they are the people who have admitted in this office.
In other news, the embattled former president of Egypt, Hosni Mubarak, has been sentenced to 3 years in jail. His 2 sons, Allah and Gamel, were also convicted and given 4-year terms. The 3 were also fined $3 million and ordered to repay the $17.6 million they were accused of stealing. Mubarak, who is 86, is also on trial for abuse of power and conspiring in the killing of protesters during the 2011 uprising that forced him to resign. He was found guilty of the charge relating to the protesters in 2012, along with former Interior Minister Habib al-Adli, and sentenced to life in prison. In August, a court ordered Mubarak's release from prison and transfer to a military hospital in Cairo, where he had been held. Gamel, the president's one-time heir apparent, and Allah, a wealthy businessman, are also being retried on separate corruption charges. It was not immediately clear whether the 23 months that Mubarak and his sons have spent in custody would count towards their sentences. The conviction comes just a few days before a presidential election that former military chief Abdul Fattah al-Sisi, who served as military intelligence chief under Mubarak, is widely expected to win.